Hey guys, good morning. Joe Madden of PickDawgz here, joined of course by Rod and Brian for your morning show. Now, guys, first, how are you doing?
Doing good. It's a good morning.
I've had better mornings, but I'm ready to kick ass today. So.
Okay, well, let's all agree to kick ass, but I want to bring up something really awesome. Mitch is back on air. Did you guys see his video yet? 7 picks in 5 minutes.
I did,
I'll have to check it out.
You most definitely will. So if you guys haven't checked that out, he had that running live right before we came on the air here. So go have a look for it. He gave you all 7 picks in under 5 minutes.
Under 5 minutes.
Awesome to see.
4 minutes and 58 seconds, I think it was.
I know. I looked at that too. I was like, how's the timing? It's right in there. So super exciting to see Mitch back. Makes me smile for sure.
Well, hopefully he took the Timberwolves and the Pelicans. I'll have to go back and look, but not sure.
Well, go have a look after this. So, you guys, what do you think of the games yesterday? We had bowl games, we had NFL. Were either of you surprised by those NFL outcomes?
Well, for me, in those games, I'd have to say that it took a while for the Browns to wake up in that game. I was faulty and got in on the Browns at -3 in the morning. I guess I should have waited until kickoff, but overall we got what we expected, I think, in the Browns-Raiders game. And then later on that night, the Bears looked absolutely atrocious in getting the ball in the end zone. Just Bears are a mess and need a new head coach, new offensive coordinator, maybe a new quarterback. But
well, we knew that for weeks.
It was definitely
that's nothing new.
Heart-wrenching game for me.
Only if you were on the Bears. We knew they were ugly. We knew who they were.
Multiple chances.
They came out and they thought they played exactly the way they thought we would.
Well, they had that touchdown in the end zone where he tried to get his shin down.
Vision in there too. You're foolish in lack vision.
He couldn't get his shin down.
If I close my eyes, it sounds like Mitch is back on the show.
Well, yeah, you're talking about the Bears team that was awful, and we knew they were going to be awful going in, and it just showed. Here, you want the ball? Here, we're going to score a touchdown. Yeah, nah, here, you have the ball instead.
They fumbled the punt. It was a heart-wrenching game.
That's the Bears in a nutshell.
Yeah, they definitely made too many mistakes in that game. And when they did have those plays, get those takeaways, they weren't able to do anything off them. So in a game like that, you've got to be able to do something when you get that ball. So just not good to see for them, but good for all of us that took the Vikings last night in that game. What did you guys think of the bowl games yesterday? We had play again, Tulsa and Old Dominion. So I was riding Old Dominion. They didn't get it done for me. Tulsa came out.
For me in that game, I think I wussed out in the morning. I had Tulsa written down early in the week. I thought, no, I'm going to go with the over here. I think it's a stronger play. And as you can see, I got bit in the ass in that one. It's Tulsa covered, but it didn't go over. It wasn't really even close to going over. But
no.
Yeah, what did that line close at? Because it hit 47. Wasn't it in the 50s? The closing line on that one?
High 40s anyways.
Yeah, I believe it was. So very low scoring one in that.
Yeah, because Old Dominion didn't move the ball like the players. They didn't put up they didn't keep up their end of the deal.
No, they absolutely didn't. And I thought that's what it was going to be. Yeah, 54, Brandon is saying, was the closing total on that one. So, the third quarter, Old Dominion didn't score a single point, and Tulsa only got 6 points on the board there. So, definitely not
the biggest good old backdoor back. Baylor with the cover with the last second three yesterday as well.
Did you see
Alcorn State was all covered? They had the cover for us, and then all of a sudden, I was like, let's shoot a three.
Gonzaga and Baylor both cover yesterday.
And they covered. It's like, wow.
Right? That hurt. It was just like, seriously, you didn't need to do that.
I hate to do a victory lap on my only winner, but the Dallas Stars came through for me yesterday, and at least that game was pretty easy because they had pretty much were in command the whole game against Minnesota.
That was easy. Yeah, that was easy.
Yeah, and you guys both were loving the Stars. That was a huge over game in that one as well.
Spurs
So against the Smudges.
cash my blank
Oh,
check.
Spurs. Yep.
NBA
Yep.
blank check.
Kick
Love it.
myself. Another one that I should have had as a premium.
I love it. You guys, lots of great games coming up today.
Tons
So
Loaded.
yeah.
It's loaded.
So anything in particular you guys are excited for before we jump into the NFL here, or just want to jump straight into it?
Yeah, all day action.
All day action.
You got some college.
I think the two bowl games should be pretty. I think they're going to be easy covers, but we'll see how it goes. It's never easy with sports betting.
Oh, absolutely. You never know what's going to happen some days, I tell you.
Yep.
Right? You lose your quarterback, you lose your top running back, lose someone on the defensive line, things can go south really fast.
Really fast, right?
Yeah, and then who knows? Cancellations. It doesn't look like we've got any brand new cancellations as of today, knock on wood. So hopefully we see all these games play out. But let's jump into the NFL, you guys. We've got 2 games on deck for the NFL today. We have the LA Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks, and we also have the Washington football team taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. So, Brian, in this one, what are you looking at for a free play?
Well, I was trying to, the way the line was looking, I was trying to get on the over here in the Washington-Philadelphia game. But if you look at all the trends and just common sense here, it just looks to me like an under 42 is the play. Both teams have trended towards the under significantly. Washington 7-1, last 8 games overall have gone under the number. Eagles 13-3 to the under, last 16 home games versus a team with a losing straight up record. And I just think Washington's offense is going to struggle to put up points today. And the Eagles offense, although they put up points in the Jets, I think they're going to have a little bit of trouble, even with the COVID issues that Washington has. I see it as being a lower scoring NFC East type battle.
Okay, now before I move on to Rod, Brian, there is a comment here. What do you think in that game of the over 3.5 field goals?
Ooh,
they can get it at plus 250.
I mean, I could
Richard's
easily see
that.
Eagles have a very dependable kicker. I think he's one of the better kickers in the league. I could see that. Definitely. I like that play.
I like that plus money on it. Plus 250 for over 3.5 field goals. Sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's something.
What do you think, Rod?
No, I'm not touching that. I think that's too many. Watch will hit 3.
Right? The books always seem to know.
Right? The 3.5. Now you're pushing 4 field goals. Yeah, I don't see it. I see 3. 2-3 at the most. And I don't see.
I think you might get 3 by halftime. We'll see.
Man.
Then you're getting an over.
So
if they're moving the ball that rapidly and you get 3 by halftime,
well, that's not too rapidly. They just have to get to the ball to the 35-yard line, 40. No. Maybe I'm being
that just looks like they're begging you with a lot of plus money on a 3.5 there. A lot of plus money. They're like, come on, you want it. No,
I want it now. I'm going to have to go research after this game, Richard. Thanks for putting that up there. I'm going to be taking a look at that number, definitely. Rod, what are you liking in this time group?
I agree, though. I like this game under. You look, Washington football team, they are 6-0 to the under in December. They're also 4-0 to the under their last 4 following a straight-up loss. And you look at these Eagles, they are 13-3 in the last 16 home games versus a team with a losing road record to the under. I know the trend says over 5-2 the last 7 meetings. I don't see it. With all the COVID issues that Washington's got and question marks all over the place, we can just be looking like the Raiders and Browns. Give me the under.
Okay, I like it. For me, this game has way too many question marks with all the COVID issues. We should see Jalen Hurts back. Have you guys seen any announcements that he's not coming back for the Eagles today? We know he's sat, but this Eagles team is healthy off a bye week otherwise, as long as he's back in for this game today. I've got to rely on the Eagles to get this done. We've seen this line move down. I'm going to put some faith behind this Eagles team minus the 6.5 points it's at right now. I'm also going to look at some props for Jalen Hurts. I think we see he rushes so much for them. I think we see over the rushing yards for him today, and over in passing yards as well for him. So I'm on the fence for that under/over. I'm worried it's come a little bit too low. We saw this open at 44, down to 42 right now. It all just depends on how Washington comes out. They've got so many COVID issues. Next man up kind of situation could be possible, but who's even in at quarterback for them? They've got their quarterback, Heineke, is out, and then their backup quarterback is out. So Kyle Allen.
Is Ryan
so I don't
Allen
even
officially out for this one?
Yeah, he's out with COVID as well. So that's what I saw this morning, unless I read it wrong.
And how much did they let Hurts run around with his ankle issues? Not that he's a big, Mitch doesn't like. He doesn't like him too much, but I think Hurts is an okay quarterback. But how much is he going to be affected by that injury as far as his rushing goes?
I think he's going to be back and healthy. I really do. I think they're just leaving it as a question mark right now, just to kind of psych out Washington a bit, to say, hey, we don't know if our number one basic rusher on our team is going to be able to rush today. So make some games.
I think if Gardner Minshew was in there, I don't think the Eagles would be terribly off, because he showed a little bit of what he can do. So it wouldn't be the end of the world if Minshew was starting.
Right. So I think there's a lot of pressure on Hurts, tons, because he's seen what Minshew could do. He got to win so he can move the team. How much do the team really need Hurts? Now that he's seen that, there's gonna be a lot of pressure on Hurts to perform today. Can you do it? I guess we'll see.
That's how the Philadelphia guys are. It's what have you done for me lately? So.
Yep.
So many people are like that, though. We even
like
see
that.
it. Our records are only as good as our last day as well. So we all know that. But definitely the case in sports and sports betting, only as good as your day before. We'll see. We'll see how he comes out.
The guy behind you wants your job. So
yeah, absolutely. Especially in professional sports, right? You come out, have a couple bad games in a row, coach is pulling you. So
yep. You're riding the bench. Water boy.
Absolutely. As for me in that Rams and Seahawks game, I know neither of you guys talked about it. I am leaning towards oh man, I was thinking the under, but this one I can see going either.
I don't know.
No. As soon as I went to say it, I've got all my notes. I was going to take the under. I'm conflicted with this one. I'm staying off a total in this one. Now, the more I think about it, I could see this going either way. We've got a desperate Seahawks team hitting this field today. They need this win so bad. And the Rams need to just turn things back around. So that will be an interesting one, you guys. I'm pretty sure neither of you have a free pick in it. So we can move on. If
I can give out a free pick in that one. I should have. Okay. I must have had a brain issue there again, but I think I'm going to take Seahawks. Were almost a premium play for me. I like them plus the 7 points. They're 15-6 as a dog in general, and as a road dog, 11-4 against the spread. I think Russell Wilson, even with all the issues that Seattle has with COVID, and I just think that they're well coached. 7's a ton against a Rams team that's been known to crap the bed from time to time, coming off of a big game. So for me, I'm going to take the 7 points in the Seattle Seahawks. I'm not betting the house on it, but I think you could put a nice solid bet on the Seahawks today.
Yeah, I could see it being a good way to go, especially with the Seahawks team that's desperate as anything. And I think the books still know the public's looking back on Russell Wilson in that Green Bay game and how terrible he came back. But he has been playing better, you guys. So be careful with that one as well. Yeah, he is. He's getting healthier. He's looking more like himself. So it'll be an interesting game for sure. I'm excited for Tuesday NFL. It's going to be fun.
It's a potpourri of sports today, definitely.
And I like the over in that one. I don't see it going under. We're going to see some points. These are Russell Wilson. As you see, he's getting some points. He's getting going. CLD is still dead last. So the Rams are going to score some points. I like the over. Give me the over 47 in that one. I know you look at all the trends and everywhere it says it looks like under. I'm going to try. Give me the over in that Seattle Rams.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Rod, because I've got all the points on the under, but then you just sit there and your gut just tells you, like, if Russell Wilson comes out to play, this can't stay under. And I think he is. So
How much running the football is Seattle going to do with their running back situation? Throwing the football, clock's not going to bleed as much. So I could see the over.
Yeah, most definitely. You guys, what do you have for sale today? Rod?
Well, for me, it's Tackle the Books Tuesday. I got a loaded package today. Like I said, I'm excited about today's card. So I've got 4 college basketball best bets. I got 2 in the NBA and 3 on the gridiron. I got 2 plays in the NFL and 1 in the bowl game. So jump aboard. You get all 9 plays. Guaranteed we're going to have a winning day. Like I said, we crushed our NBA blank check. We got a couple more nice 10 stars in there that we're going to crush as well. So jump aboard, Tackle the Book Tuesday. You can get all over PickDawgz Premium. I'm guaranteed it's going to be a winning package for you.
Nice. I like it. What about you, Brian?
Definitely for me, a bounce back day. I got my Tuesday Fantastic Football 3-pack. I got 2 college football bowl picks, along with the best bet in the NFL that I see on the board. So my 3-packs, $40 at PickDawgz.com premium picks. Also have a college basketball after hours winner. It's a late game, and my NHL Tuesday late money score. So you can get a long-term pass, team me up with one of the great cappers at PickDawgz, or pick up that VIP. Subscribe to the VIP show. Definitely going to do one of those plays later on today.
I love it, you guys. We'll have our premium show right after this. No combo show today, right? We've got enough games on the board. VIP show later, or did you want to do the VIP show early as well?
I think later would work. I think
later works. Yes.
Okay.
We got lots going.
Awesome. Yeah. So you guys stay tuned for that. Again, if you don't see it, I can't do that community post. Mitch is back though, so hopefully he can help me with that. But otherwise, just scroll down to the end of the members there. If we don't do the show with him today. So we'll see how it goes. You guys, let's move on to some college football. We've got 2 bowl games today. We've got the Idaho Potato Bowl. This one should be interesting with Kent State versus Wyoming. We also have UTSA versus San Diego State in the Tropical Smoothie Cafe Frisco Bowl. So what are you guys liking? Brian, what do you like in these 2?
Definitely like spreads in both of those games. But as far as free picks go, I'm going to give out the San Diego State and the Roadrunners under the 48.5. I just think San Diego's defense really stout against the run, I believe. I think UTSA is going to have trouble running the ball, throwing the ball. I don't know how much yardage they're going to be able to get on the Aztecs today. I can see this being a real grinder here. I'm going to take the under 48.5 with San Diego State.
What about you, Rod?
Yeah, I have to agree with that one. Both defenses are not going to be a whole lot of rushing. UTSA is 13th against the rush. San Diego State is 2nd against the rush. So definitely not going to be a whole lot of running. I think if they're going to move it, they're going to have to move it through the air. So I definitely agree. Give me the under in that one. Under 6-1-1. The Roadrunners' last 8 non-conference games. The under is also 7-0 in the Aztecs' last 7 games following a double-digit loss at home. Take the under. We're not getting over 49.
Yeah, I agree with you guys there because we look at UTSA, their top running back, McCormick, is out for this game. So we have seen the line actually flip. We opened at San Diego State +3 in this. They are now -3 in this game. I still think there's some value in taking UTSA plus the 3 points in this one. This is their best record in their school history. I think it's going to be a tight battle. I think this is going to come down to the very end. And we look at these defenses. Both defenses are so strong. I know San Diego State has the stronger defense, but I do think this is going to be a tight fought one. So I'm willing to take the dog plus the points on a neutral site here. Interesting game.
Nice. And Mitch is going to join us for the premium, it looks like.
He is. I just saw that in the comment. That's awesome. So it will feel back to normal with Mitch around. I know that you guys will be happy for that.
It'll only be back to normal if he picks a pick that I can argue with him. We'll see.
No.
I have a feeling that he will come with something just to make sure there's an argument today.
Got to get warmed up.
Yeah, so definitely follow the link below. Join the YouTube VIP. Gonna be a good one.
Oh, most
Lots of stuff
definitely
today.
will.
Lots of good stuff today.
Yeah, I have
probably
a
could have
feeling
had
it's going
10
to
or
be a
12
really
plays,
good day.
probably.
It's going to be a great day, you guys. Okay, so let's move on to NBA. We have 5 games in the NBA. So let's start off, I guess, with the first 3, and then we'll go to the last 2. So 7:30, 8 o'clock mark. We're looking at the Indiana Pacers taking on the Miami Heat, the Detroit Pistons taking on the New York Knicks, and the Portland Trailblazers taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. Brian, what are you liking in that time slot there?
Yeah, this is my least favorite of the sports today. I think the NBA card's pretty brutal, but we can come up with some free picks here. I'm going to take Miami Heat at home plus the points. I know they're missing some guys, but it's a scrappy, very well, maybe the best coached team in the NBA. I think they win that game outright, but I'm going to take any available points. Also, in that time frame, I'm going to take the New Orleans Pelicans light today. I mean, they've burned me many times, but I think going to start to get some winners here. They're better at home than they are on the road, that's for sure. The Blazers off of 2 straight wins. I think the Pelicans get it done at home. I think the stronger play is Miami, though.
I like the Pelicans too. Rod, what do you like?
Well, for me, I don't like the Pelicans, so I'm going the other way. Give me the Blazers. They're 7-2 ATS their last 9 road games versus a team with a losing home record. I'm going to take the Blazers. They're starting to roll. I don't care what the trend says. I don't care what the trend says. They're 2-5. Yeah, it was opposite last year. If you really want to look at it, they stunk at home and were amazing on the road. So does that really mean anything? No, they had some injury issues and they're starting to get healthy again. So I'll take the Blazers over the Pelicans. I cannot bet no Pelicans, even with your money.
You're messing with my Pelicans.
No, not touching them. I'll bet against them, definitely. The other one I like, I'll take Detroit here plus the points. You look at the Knicks; they're only 5-10 at home in the season, 4-11 against the number, and they're begging you to try to give them here. We're going to cover 7.5. Oh, I see it's down to 7. Nah, give me the Detroit Pistons. They finally ended their losing streak, and I think I know they're only 2-12, but they're 7-7 on the road against the number. I think they can keep it closer than the 7. Give me the Pistons plus the points in that one.
Man, I hate having to disagree with you today, Rod. I can't see the Pistons. I can't get behind them. I'd rather take the New York Knicks laying all the points. I'd even take them up a couple. We look at them here. They're 9-3-1 against the spread in their last 13 games on 2-day rest. I think they come in here rested. This Pistons team I can't trust in them. I can't put any money on them. I doubt I'll bet this game. But if I had to, if you twisted my arm, which is easy to do like Mitch, I'd have to go with the New York Knicks here. I know the Pistons have to turn it around. They've only won 1 in their last 15 games, but I don't know.
Both teams have brutal trends here.
Brutal trends, right?
Yeah.
Just look at it. Makes me sick. Yeah, stay off that game. I'm staying off it completely. And then I don't know. This Pelicans team, I look at them 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 meetings versus the Trailblazers. I think something about the Trailblazers on the road, I just don't trust. 3-12 against the spread in their last 15 road games. So I go opposite there. Sorry, Rod. I hate going opposite.
That's all right. You can come with my Pelicans. I'll let you on the bandwagon.
Please? I heard you got comfy pillows on that bandwagon.
There's nobody on that bandwagon, so as I would say, there's nobody's on the Pelicans. You got lots of room on the bus there. You can have the whole seat. You can take both seats. I have no
sit with my feet up and everything, right?
Definitely. Oh yeah.
I like it. I like it. So we'll see. Again, that's not a game I'm betting tonight, but just a lean on that one. So let's move on to the last 2 games of the night. We have Minnesota taking on Dallas at 8:30 Eastern, and we have the Phoenix Suns taking on the LA Lakers, and that's a really late game, 10 Eastern for that one. Brian, what are you liking out of those 2?
Might be pretty square by the time it tips off here, but I'm going to take the Suns minus the points against the Lakers. Lakers definitely not at 100%. That's why they're getting a boatload of points. But I think the Phoenix enjoys beating up on the Lakers, and it's an opportunity here to smack them down. So I'm going to take the Suns and lay the points here.
Rod?
And for me, I'm going to take the over. Look at Suns 6-0 to the over. Their last 6 played off of 1 day's rest. Lakers are also 6-1 to the over in their last 7 games versus a team with a winning record. And I know trends between these two teams. You look 5-1-1 the last 7 meetings. The under is 8-3 the last 11 in LA. But that's when the Lakers were healthy. They're not healthy. So and defense, they're not playing any defense this year at all. Ranked 27th, get them 111 points a game. I like the over. I think we easily get over 223 in this one. Give me the over.
Okay, and for myself, I'm going to fade the Mavericks here. Don't like the Mavericks at home. 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games as a home underdog. They're also, they're completely struggling at home right now. 5-13 against the spread in their last 18. I can't get on them. I'm going to take the Timberwolves -1 on the road here. They're 4-1 in their last 5 games. 9-1 against the spread in their last 10, also against the Western Conference opponents. So I'm going to have to ride with them.
I think we're seeing the Wolves start to make a playoff push. I expected them to be near the bottom of the Western Conference as far as, getting one of the last playoff berths, and they're definitely playing better basketball here.
Yeah, they most definitely are. So I hope they come out and get a nice win tonight. I see it happening. So, especially against this Dallas team.
I wonder if Mitch is on the Wolves today.
I wonder. I listened to his 7 picks in 5 minutes. Can't remember if we talked about that one. I was listening to it quick while I filled up my coffee before the show here. So you guys, if you haven't checked it out, make sure you go check that out. He's giving you 7 free picks in under 5 minutes. So what was it, Rod? 4 minutes, 58 seconds?
4 minutes and 58 seconds. I think it was exactly bang on. I was like, look at that. That was all bang on. Bet
Nice.
you got a timer over here.
I like it. Again, so glad to see him back. So, everyone's saying he gave out the Mavs in that one. So,
Uh-oh.
He knows something I don't. So, you guys go check out that video. See who else he has over there.
To ensure the Wolves win.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll just ensure the Wolves win.
Right. Well, I'm quite sure
That's true.
Still is, it's a better world when we don't have to bet on the Timberwolves, right? Isn't that what he's usually says?
Yeah, absolutely. That's one that I forgot to quote. So if it wasn't for the Timberwolves, we'd have a boat. So and it wouldn't just be a small dinghy. It'd be a very nice boat.
I think he upgraded. I think he went from boat to like private jet. Remember, we went.
Oh yeah, that's great.
It wasn't the boat anymore. It was the private jet. We didn't have the Timberwolves.
That is crazy. I could definitely. We all have those teams. Brian, what team is that for you? It just does you dirty.
Well, probably the NBA, the Pelicans, Major League Baseball, maybe the Minnesota
man,
Twins.
I'm with you on that tonight.
And the LA Angels, NFL, boy, the New York Jets. I have my teams, that's for sure. The Jaguars.
I'm waiting for you to pull out the list. Well, here it is. Yeah. There's
college
so
basketball.
many.
I don't know what my anti-college basketball team is. I don't know if I have one yet.
My list is out of.
Mine's always the Patriots in the NFL. So if I give you a side on the Patriots game, fade it. Go opposite. They do me dirty all the time. I always thought it was Tom Brady. It's not him. So it's just one of those things. You guys ready to talk some NHL? Do that quick, and then we'll move on to college basketball here.
Yeah, it won't be too long with the NHL.
Yeah, we've only got 2 games in the NHL tonight. Lots of postponements, and then we're not seeing any games till the 27th, I believe. So we're going to have a break in the NHL, which means there'll be a break for Puck and Crazy as well. No point coming on here talking hockey news when there's going to be nothing to talk about. So we're looking at tonight for the last of the games till the 27th. We've got the Washington Capitals taking on the Philadelphia Flyers, and the Tampa Bay Lightning taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, Vegas is the favorite in that one, and Washington's coming in as the favorite in the Philadelphia game. Brian, what are you liking in there?
Just a very slight lean here. The Philadelphia Flyers against the Capitals. They beat the Capitals about a month ago. It was November 4th or so. I think with the plus money, them playing at home, going into a break here, I'll take the home team, Flyers.
How about yourself, Rod?
Ooh.
I know.
Well,
yeah, that's my sound when I look at these two games as well.
For me in this one, I'm going to take the. I think we get some goals in the Lightning and Knights. Like I said in the video, I think both teams will score and we'll get plenty to get us over the total. But for me in that one as a free play here, I'm actually gonna go bet this. I'm gonna take a tie game, Lightning and Vegas. I think it's 3-3 and we're heading to overtime and someone wins it in OT. So I'm gonna get a nice 3 times my money that we hit OT, Tampa, Vegas, and I lean to the Flyers as well. Get themselves a win at home here in that one. Capitals. The Capitals they just keep rolling along. It's the Obi show, but you look, they have some issues with guys out as well. So I think the Flyers can capitalize on that. And it's just the Obi show. That's all who's there. Everybody else is missing. There's a lot of top names for Washington out. So I think the Flyers get a nice win before the Christmas break. Give me the Flyers.
I agree with you.
That one. I think it was a lean, and now I'm going to actually give me that one.
Yeah, I have
what
to
do you
agree.
guys see? What do you guys think is the reason that we see more postponements in the NHL compared to like the NBA?
There was an article actually, and I was meaning to read it. One of our followers sent me. Seattle put out an article of why on the ice COVID issues are worse. So there's some reasoning, I guess.
Are they stricter?
I'll give it a read later and try to tell you. I don't know if they're stricter or if it's because, well, you would think it would be the same thing with NBA if that's the case because they're indoors.
Doesn't the virus stick around longer because it's colder?
Maybe.
I just couldn't figure out why the NHL has all these postponements compared to the NBA, which only has a few here and there.
Is there less chiefs in charge of basically closing things down? Less people that need to be consulted in the NHL over the other sports?
You also you do a lot more traveling in the NHL than you do in the other sports. NFL, you travel once a week. Sometimes you just have to hop a bus and go up the road.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
And NHL, there's some of these schedules where it's like, yeah, you're in the US, all of a sudden, boom, you're back over to Vancouver. Boom, you're on the other side of the country. It's like
down to Florida.
Yeah. And then not back down to Florida. Yeah. So the schedule in NHL is, I think, the cause. I still think because you got to get in an airplane, and I think airplanes are not good.
Yeah, true. That's probably what it is.
And this you're close, man. You're close. You're in close proximity.
Yeah, it's true. But what about these college basketball kids? They're traveling so much. I don't know.
No, we are seeing a lot of college basketball kids.
Yeah, we are. That's true.
Right. They're popping up too. So
yeah, not good. Not good to see at all. I just hope we have 2022 starting off on the right foot here, you guys. So we're already December 21st. We got 10 days left in 2021. So I feel like we should have sparklers and stuff going off for that. God.
I hate on New Year's Eve night. I'm usually in bed by 11 something. I hear these fireworks going on. These kids setting off fireworks.
Ryan, how old are you?
Well, I don't know. 11. My son gets up at like 6:37 in the morning. I like to be in bed by midnight I don't care what day it is because I'm going to be suffering in the morning if I don't get to bed on time. And then I have people setting off fireworks and dogs barking and it's a whole mess. But I guess I should just let loose one day a year won't kill me.
Stop being an old man, Brian. Take your slippers off, put on your nice shoes and go out for the night.
You're right. You're right.
It's one night a year. right?
You're right.
I love
Yep.
New Year's. It's my favorite night. So I'm going to warn you guys, January 1st, when we're sitting here, I'm wearing sunglasses because I doubt I have gone to bed by the time we do that morning show. So you guys all have fair warning. Fair warning. Everyone watching, you too. Mitch has heard it for the second time if he's listening right now. It's going to be a definitely hard morning for me on the 1st. So I love New Year's. It's my favorite holiday. Then Christmas.
No, it was a
and
good year.
Thanksgiving.
2021 was a good year in overall, so can't complain.
2022 is going to be better.
Every time you do that, I need music. I need to work out like all of my sounds on my soundboard so I can play something when you do that. There was a good point made in the comments here about the travel restrictions with the Canadian border. I can definitely see that being a main factor in all of this because the border, they put major restrictions on it. So to get all those Canadian teams down there playing on different ice would be hard. With basketball, we've only got the Raptors up here, right? So for them to move down there, same with baseball, only the Blue Jays. So interesting to see. John is laughing at you, Brian. He said that I asked you how old you were and you said you didn't know.
Who,
Guess
me?
that was your answer back. Yeah.
Oh, I'm 45.
You're
I'm
45?
old. Yep. Me and Rod
Need
are the
those
same age.
flippers in your pipe and your scotch on New Year's. I'm
I need
joking.
something.
Aaron, not that old. Quickly, before we move on to college basketball, I just want to say a happy birthday to Boldcast. Said in the comments his birthday is on the 31st. So have a wonderful birthday. Enjoy celebrating your birthday on New Year's. I wish my birthday was then. It'd be a good day to have a birthday. Everyone's always up for celebrating.
That's true.
Right?
Except for me.
Except for you. Ryan wouldn't be able to come to your party, but the rest of us definitely would. Okay, you guys ready to talk some college basketball?
Yep.
We are.
Rod, do you want to do me the favor of reading these off? Because you know all those nicknames.
All right, we'll go with the these early games. A few early games here. We go with the early slate. We'll go with Southern Miss at East Carolina. We got South Carolina upstate at the Ohio Bobcats. Move down a little bit. Some online games. We got Pitt at Jacksonville. We've got Jacksonville State at Little Rock, Arkansas. And we got UTSA at Illinois State. The Redbirds are playing. We also got Samford at Ole Miss. We'll go to that one. We'll end there. That'll get us all the way to the 5 o'clock time slot.
Nice.
Anything in there for
Brian,
you,
what do you
Brian?
like in that time slot there?
Well, for me, I think the best play in that time slot before 7 p.m. Is the Sanford Bulldogs plus the points against Ole Miss. Sanford 9-11 against the spread on Tuesdays. Also 5-2 last 7 following an ATS loss. Ole Miss, they're only 2-5 against the spread as listed home favorite last 7. So I think Sanford can keep this game respectable. And then the other game I'm looking at, let me see here. One more game on this board. Dartmouth plus the points against Cal State Bakersfield. Both teams pretty brutal against the spread. Cal State Bakersfield even worse. But I think this is a one possession game here. It could go either way. So I'm going to take the 3.5, 4 points with Dartmouth.
Rod, what about yourself in that time slot?
Well, for me in that time slot, I like give me the Ohio Bobcats here. They're 6-0 at home, 3-2 against the number. Going against South Carolina Upstate, I think they blow them out. I know it's minus 22.5. I think they easily get to that. Blowout in that one. Give me the Bobcats. And then I like the under in Southern Miss, East Carolina. A lower scoring, slower pace game on our hands in that one. I like the under 134.5.
Okay, and for myself, I agree with Brian on Samford there against Ole Miss. I think they do get that cover. 14 is a lot of points here. So I'm going to ride with them. And then I'm looking at Jacksonville State laying the points here. I really do think they can come out strong in this game. They're 7-1 against the spread in their last 8 road games versing teams with winning records. I think it's also going to be a higher scoring game as well. So that is about all I like in that time slot, though, you guys.
All right, we'll move on to the next time slot. We got Merrimack taking on Maine. We've got Florida A&M at Arizona State. We've got South Carolina State versus Charleston Southern, neutral site game. We've got the game that Brian talked about.
I jumped it. You guys didn't shock me. Or
at CSU Bakersfield. I didn't realize you jumped the slot.
Damn it.
Brian. I didn't realize you jumped it either.
And we'll throw in a couple ones that are at 6. And then we got Northwestern at Texas A&M. And we'll end off with that one. That gives us all the way up to 7 p.m. Eastern games.
Nice.
In
Brian,
that slot that I
like
just mentioned, yeah, since I already gave out Dartmouth, another lean that I got here is the Texas A&M Aggies here laying the points. They're 4-0 against the spread as listed favorite last 4, 5-2 as a home favorite last 7. And if you look at Northwestern State, they've been absolutely brutal against the number. So for me here, it's just a slight lean. I think the Aggies blow them out of the building. Take Texas A&M.
Yeah, I agree. Give me Texas A&M on. They definitely blow out Northwestern in that one. 0-7 on the road, only 2-5 against the number. Blowout, pound town, 30+ win for the Aggies in that one.
Yeah, for myself, I was looking at that James Madison game, but that game is no longer going today.
No, canceled.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I was disappointed to see that. I do like South Carolina State, though, laying those 3 points against Charleston Southern here. We look at this Charleston Southern in their last 9 games, they're only 3-6 against the spread, 2-8 straight up, while Southern Carolina State is 6-4 straight up, 5-2-1 against the spread. Neutral site here, you guys. They're 4-2 on the road, so I do see them covering this low spread. Only 3 points. I think they have it.
We'll move on to the next slot. We'll go Fresno State at Utah. We got Davidson versus Alabama. We got Purdue Fort Wayne. The Mastodons are playing Michigan. We got American U at George Mason. We got Bradley taking on Sam Houston State. The Bearcats are playing. We got Florida Atlantic taking on High Point. We got the Blue Hoser in action at Furman. We got Morehead State at IUP. Jaguars are playing. We got Chicago State at Iowa State. We got Xavier versus Villanova. We got Winthrop versus Mississippi State. We got App State versus UNC. We got Albany versus Lehigh. We got Southern versus Dayton. We got Loyola Marymount versus Bellarmine. We got Howard playing Harvard. We've got the Manhattan Jaspers taking on the Citadel. We got Wright State versus North Carolina State. We got Eastern Illinois versus Ball State. We got Marshall versus Toledo. We'll stop there. That covers
That's
everything
a huge
in
slot.
Everything at the 7 o'clock.
Right. Slot. Yep.
There we go.
All right. Well, there's a bunch in there that I like. Strong leans. I'm going to take Alabama, lay the points against Davidson. We'll see how that breaks down as far as how square it is by tip off. I think Alabama just head and shoulders above Davidson. I think they win that game by 20. I'm going to take my Presbyterian Blue Hose tonight. They're back in action, 7-3-1 against the spread, playing against a Furman team that has trouble covering. I think Presbyterian keeps it within 10 or so. Also, let me see what else do I like on there. Oh, Xavier plus the points against Villanova. Xavier 9-3 against the spread this season. They've been a good cover team. I should have got in this morning when it was at 6.5. Now it's down to 5. I still think it's a 1-possession game. Could go either way. I'm going to take the points here with Xavier. Let me see. Is there anything else? Oh, one other one. I'm going to take UNC, another public play. I think they blow out App State. App State burned me the other night when I backed them. I think Carolina wins this game by 20.
What about yourself, Rod?
For me, I like George Mason here against American AMU. I think they easily blow them out of the water here. You look there, AMU's 2-6 on the road, 3-5 against the number. George Mason at home, 4-1 against the number, 7-4 on the year against the spread. I think at home they get a nice 20-plus digit win over AMU in that one. The other one I like, I agree with Brian. Give me Xavier plus the points against Villanova. I know historically Villanova loves to pound Xavier and they love to beat them up, but I think this Xavier team is just too good this year. I don't see Villanova pounding them like they normally do. So give me Xavier in that one over Villanova. And the other one I like is rolling down a little bit. I like Wright State here versus NC State. I just think that's too many points for NC State to cover. They're 6-1 at home, getting the wins, but they're only 1-6 against the number at home. I think Wright State can keep it a single-digit win for NC State in that one.
Okay, I like it. For myself, I'm going to take a Fresno plus the points here. Fresno State versus Utah. I look at Fresno and they're 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 games, while we look at Utah in their last 6 are only 1-5 against that spread. I think this is a tight 2-point game at the most. So give me Fresno State plus those points. And then I think Michigan comes out huge game, huge win here. I think it's kind of like that Baylor game, and they get that cover at the very end against Purdue Fort Wayne. They've just been playing so well right now. I'm not going to go against them. And then there's one other I like in here. Hang on. Give me App State plus the points at North Carolina today. I think they're going to come out strong. They're 5-1 in their last 6 games after following more than 90 points in their previous game. And we look at the Tar Heels here, 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games as a home favorite. I don't trust them here at home tonight to get that big of a cover. It's just too many points at 16. So that's what I'm liking in this time slot.
All right. Well, the next one we'll go. We got Michigan State versus Oakland. We got Delaware versus Iona. We've got Southeastern Louisiana at Iowa. We've got Air Force at Tarleton State. We've got SIU Edwardsville at South Alabama. We've got Grambling State at Texas Christian. TCU's got her going. We got that's an online game. We got Utah Valley at Washington. We've got McNeese State at Kansas State. We'll stop there, and then we'll do all the rest after that.
What time slot did you go up to?
Up to the 9 o'clock time slot. So all
Up
the
to
7:30s and the 8s.
Perfect.
All right, in that slot, I'm going to take a little bit of a public play. I'm going to take my Iona Gales here, laying the points against Delaware. I just think they're heads and shoulders against better than Delaware here. I think there's no reason they can't win this game by 10 to a dozen, 12. And then I'm going to take the Oakland Golden Grizzlies here, plus the points against Michigan State. Both teams have been pretty good cover teams on the year. Oakland sitting at 7-3 ATS on the season. I just think that it's a 2-possession, 6-point win here for Michigan State, so we're getting abundance of points here with Oakland.
What about you, Rod?
And for me, I'm going to go against Iona in this one. I think Delaware, the Blue Hens here. Was it a Blue Hoses, Blue Hens? So
it's not the Blue Hose, it's the Blue Hens.
It's the Blue Hens. So they're just amazing at the free throw line. 11th in the nation, 79% from the charity stripe, and that's huge. We know that's huge in college hoops. So I think Iona wins, but not by that many points. I think the Blue Hens can keep it closer in that one with Iona. I think everybody's humping Iona. The Iona recruiting bandwagon bus is full. People are falling off. So I'll take the Blue Hens in that one. And the other one I like Tarleton State over Air Force. Air Force looked awful last game out, and Tarleton 4-1 at home. They're only 1-1 against the number at home, but Air Force on the road 1-2 against the number. I think Tarleton State has a nice blowout win over Air Force in that one. The ones I like in that time slot.
Okay, for myself, I'm going to ride with Oregon over Pepperdine here. I know 16 points is a lot, but I look at this Pepperdine team. They're 0-4 on the road against that spread, 0-4 straight up. I think they really struggle in this game against Oregon. I think they're just definitely the deeper team here. I know that in their last 7 games following a loss, they haven't been covering the spread, but I think this is one that they come out and they get a nice ATS win and cover here. So the other one I'm liking in here is, I think I'm going to have to ride with another favorite, Utah State, laying those 17.5 points as well against this Portland team. They're just too strong right now for this Portland team to be able to keep this close. I think Utah State just completely pulls away from this team here. I could see them winning it by a lot more than the 17.5. They're 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 home games versus teams with losing records. They come out to prove a point in their games. So let's ride with them.
I didn't know we got to Pepperdine in Oregon.
No, I threw in 9 o'clock, and then I'm just realizing I did the first 2 in the 9 o'clock section.
So we both
as
had
soon as I was reading that last one in my notes, I have 9 next to it. It's like this big compared to like my 8 was above. So I apologize, guys. I totally skipped 2 games into a new time slot.
Yep. So we'll go into that time slot. We'll go Portland State at Utah State. We'll go Pepperdine at Oregon. We'll go Kansas Jayhawks at Colorado. We're going to go with Georgia State versus Georgia Tech. We got Norfolk at New Mexico. North Carolina Central at UTEP. We got Southeast Missouri State at Cal Baptist. We got UConn taking on Marquette. We got Nicholls State at Oregon State. We got Santa Clara at San Jose State. That's going to be a good game. And that's it. That'll wrap up the card.
I like the late card finishing out the college basketball here. I'm gonna take Oregon here and lay the points. They really let me down the other night. Lost a load of money on the Ducks here, but I think they beat up on Pepperdine. I'm gonna take a public team, UConn, laying the points at Marquette. They're just, again, head and shoulders better than Marquette. I think this is their second true road game of the year for UConn. I think they come out and blast them. So I'll take the Huskies and lay the points.
Do you guys know why that spread moved? It opened as Marquette plus 2.5, now up to Marquette plus 4.5. Anyone see any news on that one?
Yeah, I just see a whole pile of money coming in on UConn.
Yeah, it looks like it's just the line that's moving.
So that's why the line moved up.
It wouldn't shock me if it'd be 5.5 by tip off. But
okay. Yeah, I was wondering if maybe there was someone out that I just wasn't aware of in that one. So
they got me on them. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay. What do you like in that area or time slot?
So for me, I agree with Ryan. I like the Ducks here. Pepperdine's 0-4 on the road, 0-4 against the number. I like the Ducks here. Getting a nice bounce back win. I like Kansas here. They covered last time out, but I think they go into Colorado and get themselves a nice win. They're 1-0 on the road, 1-0 against the number. You know, Colorado's been winning games, but they definitely haven't been covering at home. They are 2-8-2 against the spread this season. Yikes. That's not going to get it done. Kansas comes in and gets themselves a nice win in that one. And I even though the Nines moved 2 points, I agree. Give me UConn. I'll lay the up to 4.5 now. I'd like to at 2.5, but I still like it at 4.5. I think they get a easily 6-7 point win over Marquette in that one. And the other one I like give me Cal Baptist here. Lay the points over the Southeast Missouri State. Cal Baptist is perfect at home, 8-0. Maybe 3-3 against the number. So there's been playing a couple online games, but I think they easily get themselves a nice double-digit win here over Southeast Missouri State. Give me Cal Baptist.
Okay, I like it. I'm going to ride with you guys with UConn too. I think it's still within that number that they can cover there. And then I'm looking at Kansas versus Colorado. I think this is too many points in this one for Kansas to come out, cover at 10 points. I'm going to have to ride with Colorado plus the 10. We look at them. They've been really strong in their last 10 games, going a 7-3 straight out. They haven't been great against that spread, a 2-6 with 2 pushes there, but I can see this being one of the games at home that they do turn things around. They're 7-1 at home straight up. Not great again against the spread, but things have to change for this Colorado team. And I think they can do it against this Kansas City team, at least keep it closer than the number. So this line opened at 9.5 up to 10 now. So I love it at 10. And that is it for me. Which games are you guys excited to watch out of all the college slate, just as fans, not for betting reasons?
UConn and Marquette, I think, for me.
Okay.
Would be my favorite game on the board.
What about you, Rod?
There's a whole pile I'm going to watch. I'm going to watch Kansas, Colorado. I'm going to watch UConn, Marquette. I'm going to watch Santa Clara and San Jose State. I want to watch Grand Canyon playing. There's a few earlier ones. I want to check out that Ole Miss game, see if they do Pound Town. So there's a bunch I'm going to tune into. Yeah. I'm going to be locked into sports today.
Santa Clara and San Jose State also.
That's going to be a battle. Yeah, that's a good game there.
It's definitely a great game to tune in. So all these games are great to tune into today, especially with the cold weather up here in Canada. It's going to be on my TV all day, except for the time I have to actually run out and get some groceries and feed my children. So we're going to plan on doing that today.
I'm thinking about lunch right now. I don't know what I want. I was leaning towards a ham hoagie, a sub, but we'll see.
Ham hoagie? What about you, Rod? What's for lunch your way?
I have no idea yet. No clue.
I haven't even thought about breakfast, so early here. Yeah.
I'm still on the coffee train, so far coffee.
I have coffee till nighttime. I enjoyed my last coffee last night at 9:30. So sitting by the Christmas tree. So
nice.
Coffee all day.
Do you have a real tree or a plastic tree?
Oh, this is a good question. I actually ran a poll today on Instagram. I'm excited to hear what people have. I have real. What do you guys have?
Well, over my 45 years of being on Earth, this is my first year of ever having a plastic tree. Normally, I go out with my son and we tag a tree in October, and then I cut it down after Thanksgiving. But this year, I just, with the COVID issues, and it's not that I'm worried about getting COVID, but the tree farms, there was a shortage and they didn't let you tag. So long story short, I went with the plastic tree this year.
And how are you liking it?
Well, it was difficult to set up because you have to manicure, you have to get all the branches in place, and it was a lot of work to set it up. But when it goes down, it's going to be a lot easier. I'm not going to have needles all over the place, and I'm not going to be cursing and telling myself this is the last time I get a tree. So, but I miss the smell of pine. I think it could go either way next year.
Okay. What about you, Rod? What do you have?
We have artificial.
Artificial?
Yeah, it's just easier.
I love going with a lot.
I like both, right? I like both. Yeah. So, and as long as you water, you don't end up with all those needles. As long as you,
I water my tree every day, and he still drop needles all over the place.
Oh yeah, mine does too. Mine's just like I had my tree fall on me this year. That was fun. Did I tell you guys about this? So
nope.
My OCD got the better of me. I thought it had to be moved over just a little bit away from the fireplace. 1, to not dry it out, and 2, because it didn't look centered on the room. So we're talking the tree's not decorated yet, but I grabbed the base and just think I can pull it. Well, you know how you twist those little things? It untwisted it just enough that I'm down under the tree, right? It's falling, and then water's pouring on me. I'm like, it's like coming right over, right on top.
I hate when a tree's not looking straight. It's like bent a little bit. You can never get it just perfect.
But then it's Charlie Brown's Christmas. There's nothing wrong with Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
Yeah, that's true. I like the Charlie Brown Christmas trees. So, have you guys bought the Grinch trees before that are like over and with the little bulb?
Sometimes that's what you get. It's sometimes I've been there in life, and that's all that's left of the lot. You don't have a choice. You can go with nothing. So that is sometimes better than nothing.
Oh, absolutely. Right. It
'Cause
doesn't
your
matter
neighbor would
what
like it,
your
all of a
tree
sudden you
looks
start
like.
hacking down your neighbor's tree. You're like, well, the lot was empty.
Yeah, don't hack down your neighbor's tree if you guys are watching. No one likes that. Doesn't make you good friends. You guys, let's get to these parlays. We're coming up on the hour mark here. So, who's ready with their parlay?
Well, I'm ready to go here. I got
Okay.
I'm gonna take Xavier plus the points in college basketball. Love that play. San Diego State college football bowl game under the total. And my other one's the Seattle Seahawks plus the points.
For me,
Ron?
we're going to mix sport. We're going to take the Flyers on the money line. We're going to take the Lancers and lay the points in college hoops. And we're going to take the Blazers on the money line. Parlay those three up.
Nice. I'm just going to do a two-teamer that I feel pretty confident in both of the bets. And take the Eagles laying the 6.5 points in the NFL. And then we're going to look at the bowl game. I'm going to take UTSA plus the 3 points. They're facing San Diego State. So that is mine. Let me just write down the time, 1 hour. Okay, you guys, we'll do the premium show right after this. Mitch is going to be around, so it's going to be definitely one you want to tune into for all your premium members. VIP show later today, and you guys don't forget, we'll be back here tomorrow. If you're looking for any of our premium picks, head on over to PickDawgz.com. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful afternoon.